Fruits of the Forest from Clover just added real cereal crunch. A symphony of fruit, oats, seeds, and granola crunch. Fruits of the Forest. Real fruit, real cereal, real taste.
Made with love by Clover. I'm glad the workout is done for us and we don't have to do any of that because we're going to need to get busy with this recipe over here. So South Africa, we're going to be making some mini pineapple tarts, mini pineapple milk tarts actually to celebrate Heritage Day. And we're going to be using fruits of the forest today. So I see you've got some stuff happening over there. What exactly are you doing for now?
To me, I'm lining up pastry cases. Now, traditionally, my grandmother used to make it. She was an Afrikaans lady with puff pastry and an almond essence. I know Malay tradition is cinnamon and a short crust pastry.
Oh.
So something relative.
So we're doing it the right way then, because we're using short crust. All right, so for our pineapple milk tarts today, I've got some milk that's in here that's been infusing with some of our naartjie peel, basically, because I want to get the essence of the naartjie, but just keep the milk as it is. And I'm going to pour this warm milk mixture into our flour and sugar that I've basically mixed together. And I'm just going to whisk this together. So the whole idea is want to create somewhat of a thick custardy mixture. So what's going to happen now is this mixture that we've got in here goes back into our pot just to heat up and thicken up. So once that's done, it's going to create that milk tart custard combination that we want. And if anyone wants the recipe details, guys, go to afternoonexpress.co.za. So the longer we keep it on here, the thicker it gets. So I'm going to then just add some of the ingredients that we need for this. And like we mentioned, we're using fruits of the forest. Today, I'm using the fruit cocktail flavor, but you're more than welcome to use any of the fruits that you'd like. I don't know if you know what fruits are in season right now that we could actually use.
I know strawberries are coming in at the moment, so a lot of summery fruits.
Oh.
I'm going to blind bake our tartlet case.
Oh, perfect. All right. So that goes into the oven, South Africa, to bake at 180 degrees for 30 minutes. Not even 30 minutes, 20 minutes, just until it's nice and golden brown, because we're blind baking it because it's going to continue to bake throughout the process in the oven when we bake our tarts. So now that this is done, the mixture is nice and thick. All I need to do now is add the remaining ingredients. And all that is some eggs that I've already got whisked up here. And then some butter. So the butter is basically to make it nice and velvety and smooth and delicious. So I'm just going to add that in there, whisk it all together. And because we're using fruits of the forest, we're using the the fruits of the forest fruit cocktail flavor. That's going to infuse nicely in here. But you're also doing something else, which I think is also coming into my tart, right?
Yeah, I thought we'd do a little bit of pineapple just to make it something different and interesting that we can pop on top.
Yeah, and not just put it on top, actually put it inside the milk tart itself.
Fab.
That's perfect. But luckily, we've got some tart shells that we made a little earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop our mixture into this, and luckily, because we're making this in the oven, it's going to continue to cook, so you don't have to worry about it not cooking fully at this point, because everything is going to cook nicely in the oven. So I'm just going to scoop. If you've got an ice cream scoop, that actually works very well as well. Scoop it into our tart shells. Oh, yes, you've got the pineapple. I missed that part, actually. Can I ask you to just line the bottom of our tart shells there with just a little bit of your pineapple? And that basically, that mixture is going to go into our tart shells and bake at 180 degrees just until it's nice and solid and thick. And then we've got our milk tart mixture. That looks perfect. Thank you so, so much, Brenda.
I find I take my milk tart out when it's got a little bit of a wobble still.
Yes.
And then it's extra delicious. Once it's set firmer.
And nice and velvety and smooth and everything that you want from a milk tart. So now that we've topped it here, the reason I didn't want to put too much of the pineapple as well is so that we can make sure it stays together. Otherwise, the enzymes will make it fall apart. So this is it. Thank you so much for our beautiful pineapples, Brenda. This is going to go into bake. South Africa, if you want the recipe details, go to Afternoon Express. And if by any chance you've missed these steps, please watch this quick recap video.
Made with love by Clover.
Even I have to say that's an amazing recipe, right?
Very simple and tasty.
Very simple and tasty. What is your favorite dessert, though?
I make a mean malva pudding.
Okay, noted, South Africa.
And I'm so glad you said that because I believe we're making a malva pudding on tomorrow's show.
No comment.
Okay, so Tumi's lips are sealed. So let's head over to social media where people are actually talking. On social media, we've got Renelwe, and she says that I have this clubbish tracks on my playlist. It goes down. It does wonders. Someone, Uli, says that they love themselves Lona Maseko. I'm loving myself some Lona Maseko too. But we're far from done with the conversation. I mean, Heritage Month is the time of being proudful about our culture and our roots. With Heritage Day tomorrow, we're sitting down to chat about what it means to us. Coming up.
Fruits of the forest from Clover just added real cereal crunch. A symphony of fruit, oats, seeds, and granola crunch. Fruits of the forest, real fruit, real cereal, real taste.
Made with love by Clover.